stream up, and hopefully you guys are dumped over there. If not, just come on over, because I'll end this one now. Appreciate your time, and peace out. Now, if I did this right, there should be a bunch of people in here. I'm not sure if I did that right or not. It's possible I didn't do it right, but this is going to be the new thing I'm doing going forward. So we'll see if I did do it right or not. Four people in here. Yeah, I don't think I did it right. They still have to click the pinned message. Okay. Well, some people just say it worked. So I'm going to throw that link in here if you guys want to, if anyone wants to come in. I'd prefer we talked about the New World Order or those types of topics, nationalism versus globalism, anti-globalism, all of that stuff. Oh, the sound is messed up here. Let me fix that. Thanks for letting me know.
There we go. It should be fixed. No. Better? Better? Oh, my boy JG's here. Let's duke it out. What's up, JG? You little bitch.
What's up, punk?
Are you gonna hurt me, bro?
You all right?
Am I a punk, bro?
You okay?
Yeah, are you gonna hurt me, bro?
You okay?
I'm always okay. Now, last night, if you guys missed it, I offered to fight this guy on box him up on the internet, and he wouldn't do it.
I'm not going to meet you. I'm not going to meet you halfway. But if you want to come to West Palm Beach, I'm down.
So I got to drive all the way down there.
Yeah, you're gung ho about it. You're gung ho about
it, and then go back.
I'm just telling you, I'm going to hurt you, but you're the one gung ho about it.
Are you going to hurt me?
So you come down here.
Am I being a punk? Are you going to hurt me? That's all this dude says over and over. You're stuck in a loop like the black ladies on Maury.
You're just a manipulator, man.
How am I a manipulator? The only reason you're mad, the origin of this quote unquote beef is that I call out your bullshit. I call out that you blame all your pitfalls of your life on religion. You just don't like to hear that.
You're manipulating me right there, so you're playing yourself.
How am I manipulating you? By calling out what I see.
You're still manipulating right there.
I'm not allowed to have an opinion. An opinion to you is manipulation.
That's not an opinion. You're just manipulating. That's all you're doing.
How is that not an opinion? That's what I noticed from the.
It's not an opinion, dude. You're just manipulating. You're weak.
No, it's literally an opinion. I hear
you're
you
weak.
Talk a lot on these streams of Ben, and all the time you're talking about religion. You're blaming religion for your own.
Now you're saying it's an opinion, dude. You're a manipulator. That's all you are.
That's my opinion. That's what I see. And you're saying that's
now you're saying it's an opinion. You're manipulating, and then you're going to say, "Oh, but this is my opinion."
How does that manipulate
fucking out there.
How does me calling that out on you? How does that manipulate you?
You're lost in the sauce, brother.
How does that manipulate you when I say that?
So I know who you are now, and you just played yourself again.
Yeah, but how does that manipulate you?
I'm not going to talk to you anymore because you're dumb.
But you're calling in. So basically, what I take from it is you're unable to control how you react to something.
You're a manipulator.
And that's why I said why people fuck with you is because you spurg out every time. If you didn't spurg out,
you're a manipulator.
No, are you gonna hurt me?
You're a manipulator.
You gonna hurt me? This dude's stuck on a loop. All right, next caller. Too boring. What's up, Pick?
Hey, what's up?
Sorry, me and that guy have been going back and forth online for a couple days. I'm sick of his shit.
Yeah, what was that? He sounded a bit like tinfoil.
No, he hates tinfoil too, but I offered. He's in Florida where I'm at. I said, meet me halfway, and we'll box it. We'll box it out for the internet to see. And all of a sudden, he got all. He's like, "You're not in Florida."
Why does he call you a manipulator?
I don't. He won't answer. So I don't know. I think because he doesn't understand that he can't control how he reacts to something. He just thinks he has to react a certain way.
Yeah, it's probably just trolling. That happens a lot in these circles.
I think he's like it legitimately suffers from mental illness a little bit. I mean, who doesn't? But I think he has a little more than others. He lives on the street. He's a vagrant.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, who are we to judge?
I'll box him up though. We'll stream it live, baby.
Yeah, how much can you bench press?
Everything. I don't have that much. I don't have that much weight right now in my gym.
Yeah, how tall are you?
6 foot.
Oh, and how many pounds?
I don't know. A lot right now. I'm big right now.
Yeah, you could probably kick my ass, to be honest.
Those little guys are pretty crazy. The little wiry guys. They can fight sometimes.
Yeah, they can bark loud, but when push comes to shove, they fight with words.
Yeah, that's true. I was basically like telling this dude, he's like, I'll break your kneecaps, bro. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna get in some street fight where you're sneaking up behind me with a crowbar. But if you want to put on some gloves and we'll stream it on the internet or MMA style or something where there's someone between us so it doesn't get too. I don't want to get injured forever. I'm an old man.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to plan something with Shiban, 2 years ago.
To box or what?
Well, yeah, because he started talking shit, saying he was gonna kick my ass and stuff, and so I was like, sure, if we're gonna fight, like, let's fucking do it. And then I kind of got out of control and started being like, it kind of got a bit obsessive because he started it, and then I was like, well, if you're gonna talk, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, that shit needs to happen more often. I think people need to just fight it out.
Yeah, just good old fashioned scrap,
Yeah, and then it's over. Otherwise, you just get stuck in a loop like that dude forever.
Yeah, you gotta connect with the earth in a way or whatever. You gotta get in touch with the body because everything is so metaphysical on the internet. You lose yourself and you disappear into the digital. You gotta keep in touch with that body.
True.
Yeah, I guess that's
Benton said truth or fight club. Internet boxing is all the rage nowadays anyway.
Oh hell yeah. I mean, why not, that could definitely raise some use probably. And instead of just debating fucking conspiracy theories, we'll let the strongest fighter win. And the last one standing has the true conspiracy.
Yeah, let's do it. I think we'll do an 8-man one-day tournament, and we'll see who wins.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be probably moving to the U.S. pretty soon. So
you think so?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty definite, but I got to get fucking COVID vax. So
why to leave your country or to come in?
Yeah, because citizenship requires full vaccination. Unfortunately,
no way. Does it really?
Yeah, but I've heard they might lift it in June or July or something. So
where are you at now? Sweden or something?
Yeah, Stockholm, Sweden, capital.
Stockholm syndrome. What do you think about you got any insights on the New World Order, one world government, or anything like that?
Oh, well, basically what my girlfriend says is she's very she's not a conspiracy person, but she's definitely in the in the loop, so to speak, with all this stuff. And she says that Sweden is basically patient zero, or whatever you want to put it, because we have such fucking convoluted bureaucracy here, and everything is centralized, kind of like China, but more, I guess, libertarian in quotation marks. So it's all fucking made to be as convoluted as possible and make everything so basically I've been unemployed all my life, and there is an actual, what I would call conspiracy to keep people like me unemployed by making it just really hard to find an education or job, just for social workers to keep their jobs, basically. So that we're basically stuck in a loop of just infinite bureaucracy, going from agency to agency, just to look busy, basically. And it's really that actually got me all, paranoid and crazy 2 years ago, because I started to realize that, because I was actively, trying my best to find an, education or job, but I was always, because you can't just like make an assigned to or apply to a job. You have to go through the government to actually get it, for the most part. But it just kept sending me left and right, going to, project to project, always preparing me for a job, but never actually getting there, just like a hamster wheel. And it would always like, it's just around the corner. And then I realized, fuck, I've been doing this for 4 or 5 years and I haven't gotten anywhere. So
But do they pay you to be unemployed?
Well, yeah, I live off of bare minimum. I have like $400 a month to spare for food and everything, basically, and I mean after rent and all that stuff. So I guess, but then the groceries are fucking overpriced like hell here, especially this past year. It's gone up like crazy. So just, I barely have enough to last the end of the month. So it's kind of, sadistic in the whole system. So yeah, it's really strange. And plus all the fucking tax-funded propaganda here for leftism stuff on public service, like radio and TV, all that is tax-funded. And it's just, spreading political propaganda and like anti-white and anti-male sentiments and all that stuff.
Is there a lot of immigration in Sweden?
Oh yeah, it's
Who's
big wave from
Africans?
Well, mostly people from the Middle East for the most part.
Middle Easterns.
Yeah, some Africans too.
Any specific ones? Is it like
well, mostly Arabs and other like it used to be Turks in the 90s, but yeah, and also those Kurds, but Kurds are pretty chill compared to Arabs in my experience. But yeah, they created this big, and there's this thing called no-go zones in Sweden that are basically ghettos where like emergency services are not allowed to enter because they will just get, bombarded with the rock throwing and all that shit. So they cannot even enter for emergencies. So yeah, it's really messed up.
This little bitch wants to come back in. Let me yell at him for 1 second just to liven
Sure.
up the stream. What's up, bitch boy?
This little bitch. Dude, you're corny.
What's up, bitch boy? You ready to handle your shit like a man, or you just gonna talk shit on the internet?
You're not a man. You're not a man.
You ready to prove that to the world?
I got nothing to prove, man. I'm gonna hurt you.
Am I being a punk?
You are a punk. You're human. You are a punk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, bitch.
Does your wife fuck you in the ass? Does she peg you in the ass?
No, not at all.
Come with something original, man. If you're gonna insult, do something like innovative or something.
Is your mom 400 pounds?
Man. His wife's got to be the biggest loser. A girl that's
400 pounds.
A girl that marries a guy like him, she's got to be a fucking loser.
Well, she laughs at your dumb ass too because she knows you're dumb as fuck.
Well, she's a Christian, right?
Schizo.
Isn't she a Christian?
We know you're a schizo.
Well, you're.
Boring.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for talking shit and stuff but at least be clever about it,
No, it's too boring.
Yeah, I mean, I hang out in the Discord, and I remember the old server. There was actually a lot of funny drama in there. It's not as much now in the new server.
I'm all about the drama, but when you're just repeating the same shit over and over, then it's dumb.
Yeah, that's just fucking memeing. There's there's good memeing and then there's lazy memeing, and it's just it's a reflection of the psyche, basically.
Right.
Yeah. Do you know if that guy has a partner?
No, I think he's a closeted homo. That's what I think his problem is, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know that for
Projection.
sure, but I've caught him saying some weird shit sometimes, which that's fine.
Yeah. Is there anything else about New World Order?
I don't know, man. What did you have to? Is Sweden where you have to serve in the military? Is it mandatory?
Oh shit! Hang on, gotta switch to my headphones. Are dying. 1 sec. What did you say?
Is it mandatory to switch to serve the military in Sweden?
Okay, now I can hear you. Sorry. One more time.
Yeah, is it mandatory to serve in the military over there?
Used to be. They removed that in 2018, just as I turned like 18 or no 17. They actually removed it to mandatory military service. I actually wanted to apply, but again, I was faced with strange fucking bureaucracy and had to apply left and right, and it just my assignments got into nowhere, basically, just left empty-handed. So yeah, I guess it's the inversion of masculinity. They don't want people to be big and tough anymore, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, totally don't. This guy's in the chat calling everyone else a manipulator. So if you don't suck his dick in the chat, you're just a manipulator. That's what he.
That sounds quite manipulative.
Yeah, he's got to go. You got to go, bro. I'm all for like shit talk and everything, but when it's just lame as hell, it's not worth it. I got Truly Bursting here. Pulling him in here. What's up, Truly Bursting? Can you hear me?
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's good?
I heard you got another Swede in the house.
Yeah, is that where you're from?
Yeah, I'm Swedish too.
Ja, men tjena på det.
Ja, men tjena för fan.
What shit is that? Truly Bursting, do you notice the same type of thing like Pick was talking about, like the insane bureaucracy and everything?
Yeah, absolutely. It's totally correct. I was unemployed for like 6 years. Very hard to get a job and stuck in a loop.
How did you finally get one?
Well, I applied for so many, and I started to work with crippled people.
You're working with cripples?
Yeah.
That's good though.
Yeah. And now I study as well.
And did you go? Were you enlisted in the military?
No, but no. But you have to do something called a mönstra. You have to go and, if you're a man, you have to go and do like a test. When you
like if you fail the test, then you can't go.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So you weren't allowed to go, basically.
Yeah, totally insane.
That's good.
Yeah, but he's. I just wanted to come in and say hi to the fellow Swede.
Yeah, get the Swedes in the house, man.
Yeah. So take care, guys.
All right.
Hey,
appreciate you.
Sure.
I got Berserker Bear waiting. Big YouTube heavyweight here. What's up, Berserker Bear?
Yeah, right. What's up?
How many subscribers you got?
Like 8,000.
10,000. I thought you were at 10,000.
Not yet, man. That'd be a big milestone for sure.
We'll get there.
But yeah, I figure maybe we could talk about a little bit of the conspiracy type stuff. Tinfoil hat. That's like kind of my bread and butter, even though my channel is like history. I was a tinfoil hat wearing nutbag way back in the day, bro. And of course I got the trusty conspiratorial Bible here. And maybe I can later. I'm on lunch right now, dude, from work, so I got like a half hour. to chop it up a little bit. But
Yeah.
I like this topic.
Do you have that book that you have? That's the William Cooper Behold
Yeah,
the
it's like the
Pale Horse.
Bible.
Do you have the original version with the Zion chapter in there?
Got a funny story about that. So how I got that book originally was with my older brother, and I grew up with a bunch of dudes that I still I'm very close with, right? And my older brother and two of them went to New York City to go to John Jay College, like in 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, during 9/11. But every so often they come back, right? And like the first time my brother came back, he brought this book back, and it was the original. And it's funny that you say that, dude, because I was like, I think the original did have the protocols, right?
Yeah.
I got this one like 3 years ago because I couldn't find my older copy for my brother. But I did read it way back then. And that's kind of like in 2000, dude, before shit even popped off, right? And like I was that dude. Now, maybe we can give a little context here, because when people first start breaking into this stuff, you do want to tell the world, like, don't you know, bro, like it's all Illuminati, you know, Bilderberg. Like I was downloading videos off of, you probably remember Napster and like Kazaa
and all that.
I was downloading, you could download videos off that. I have a lot of music from there, right?
And books,
but you could also
and everything too.
Yep. You could also download, like I was downloading when Jones went into Bohemian Grove. There was also another crazy ass video of Alex Jones when he was outside of a Bilderberg meeting, like in like Ottawa or something, and he was on a blowhorn just going nuts.
Yeah.
And seeing that when you're in high school, you're like jaw dropped, you know? So fast forward, I got that background. All my buddies, I'm on record for it. Like I was printing out, speaking of the protocols, dude, this is a funny story. I was printing out stuff like keywords I'd find in the book, right? It gets pretty dark, you know, you get into it. You start getting into like the Egyptian worship stuff. And like I was printing out stuff in my high school library, Kenmore West, taking it back home, pamphlets of stuff. My father wound up confiscating it from me because he's like, you're going nuts with it. You know, I'm like Illuminati. I printed out the protocols in my high school library, bro. I got one full copy off, and the librarian caught the second one, right? So, yeah, and that book has a lot of terms. Now, fast forward to now, you start to see, like in retrospect, like ops like Q, for example, that because I had that history, I got away from it a little bit. You know, my buddies always busting my balls. My dad taking my papers. Life happens. You get a job. You always keep that though, right? Fast forward to now. That's why you could see ops. I was a big time Q-tard because of that history that I had. So I think that was almost like an op to grab certain dudes like that had that history and be like, get these dudes. And then Trump played along, you know, paced the truth community a little bit. I was a Q-tard for a while. I was a Trump-tard for a while. And shout out to Big Bear Owen. He kind of helped to give insight on that to help break that spell for real. Big time. I still keep that information, that data, but I look at it differently now because I see patterns of history repeating in cycles. And it seems like we're in one right now. So, and if anybody, shout out to the chat and Bowler Bear and everybody. I get a little triggered when I hear Bush Senior and Barack talk because it brings back the memories.
Yeah,
but
Barack is something else, man. I think
as a father, I'm more reserved now. I had my daughter 5 years ago, so you're a father too.
Yeah,
you can appreciate that.
Yeah,
gives you more insight.
The book we were talking about is called Behold the Pale Horse. So I did find the original version at a garage sale. I didn't even know there was an original and non-original.
Nice.
So I just found it at a garage sale for $1. I was like, well, I got to buy this.
$1? I was going to say, how much was that? 33 bucks?
And so I just bought it. And then when I looked it up, I realized it's the original version. It sells for like $100 or something on eBay. I don't remember what I got for it. Sold it in like a couple days.
Nice. Oh, you flipped it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
should have
kept it, but I don't know.
That's why I got this copy, just so I had a copy. I'm like really, I'm like a pack rat with books, especially, right? And I couldn't find it. I thought it was at my parents' house. They live like a couple blocks away. Couldn't find it over there in my old room. So I'm like, I got to get it. Bought it online. I got this one, like I said, 3 years ago. But it doesn't have the protocols in it. So the one that you got, did it have it?
Yeah, it had it. So I picked it up at the sale and I said, what do you guys know about this? I thought they were ready to talk conspiracies with me.
Right?
And they said, I don't even know what that is. I had
Really?
no idea they even had it. I was like, oh, okay.
They might not have sold it for so cheap had they known.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
They just had random stuff. Maybe somebody gave it to him or something. The
So I
crazy
guess-
conspiracy uncle gave it to him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we all have a crazy crazy uncle. So I guess
you are the crazy uncle.
right now that we're getting a little older, man. I hear you say earlier that you're an old man now. I'm 39 myself, Illuminati confirmed, right? Where's RV Truth? But it's cool. Like I listen to those guys and everything and take everything with a grain of salt. I have very strong faith now. But it's good, I think, to lend insight as to like people who are, I kind of feel bad for people who are just getting into this for the first time now, because you do feel that, especially women, you know, shout out to the ladies out there who get emotional with this stuff. And you want the man to do something in your life, for like, you know, kids in the sewers or whatever, Hillary and stuff like that.
Absolutely, dude.
It's retching. If you do have your faith and you're empathic, or your sympathy, you feel sympathy for others, and you want something to be done. But it's hard to, because it's a systemic issue on like a global scale now, or realm wide scale, whatever, you know, whatever your cosmology is. So it's hard and it's retching. That's why the only thing you could do is literally, like, in this case, I will kind of commend some of Jordan Peterson's advice, where he says, clean your own room, take care of your own circle and the people around you. And then the bigger problems kind of will, hopefully, God willing, take care of themselves. You can't tackle something like child athicking tray, to use pig Latin, right? Especially from your neighborhood. You know, the way I look at it now is like, I was saying in the chat, it's a lot of chaos in the news and stuff. People look at the news and they feel glued to their screen. It's nuts, man. I'm guilty of it too. But I use it for research a lot, and I'm grateful I can research from work. But it's like, what's news is what's going on down your street. You know, you got to get more local now in community, literally. And what you're saying with this whole like NWO stuff, I think a lot of it is projections, and they do like to scare. Like people talk about it. You listen to Klaus Schwab, it sounds like he's talking in certainties as to what's going to happen in 2030. That could scare the shit out of people. So I can understand their motivation to want to grab the torches and pitchforks and go take down the castles and the wizards in the White Towers. But be mindful of that, because on a certain level, that's what they're wanting.
Yeah, 100%.
Keep your faith in your humanity.
When you look at how that guy dresses like a bad guy from Star Wars.
Oh, man, hilarious. He's like purposely trolling, maybe, you think?
I think the whole thing is eventually, like I talked about on the initial stream, was they want to go towards more like nationalism, I believe now. And I think that those guys are there to be fall guys. I think you'll see them get arrested and tried in a world court or something like that. They're just there for that, to push that and eventually be removed, and then to push a whole new agenda of the nationalism, I believe.
Yeah, it seems like they're going back. Like the pendulum is swinging back, and they're going to try to play that pendulum swing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The woke culture is going to get knocked off the banister in the middle by that pendulum, right? And they're going to try to play that, just like Trump did with the truther community. I like how you go at that too, man, and you keep people on their toes with it. So shout out to you and the work that you do, because not only did I learn, no doubt, not only did I like learn a lot of different channels from you, you helped to provide insight on this truther stuff. You got to be wary and tiptoe through the tulips a little bit, and keep your faith about you and your humanity for the listeners out there who are just getting into this stuff, because you can get swept up in the mob. I say often that, you know, throughout history, you see like civilizational collapse and whatever, like there is an element to the civilization that you get where you kind of understand where the elite or the so-called elite are like scared as fuck of, because there is an ignorant mob that tends to go and grab the pitchforks and torches to burn down the castle. But that mob, I'm noticing, it kills itself before it even gets to the destination. So be wary, handle your business and your family, and hopefully we curb it from the grassroots up. And I really mean that, truthfully, you know, honestly, like these wizards that with their projections, don't let it scare you. Look at it like theater, because on a certain level it is. It's like a Promethean theater.
The world is a stage.
There you go, man. Yeah, that Dionysian, Promethean, placating theater of these wizards. So they're so-called elite. To be elite is to walk with God. You think these so-called elite do? You know, that's where the fanatics come in. and they make you say spells without even realizing it in this.
Yeah, I saw
English
you
language.
mention that in the first stream too, and you had the same insights that I had when he says we want the rule of law, not the law of the jungle. And I think
That's right. Okay, that's a good insight too. So when Bush is saying that, nice for bringing that up, bro. The rule of the jungle, if you really extrapolate it, that's natural law.
I agree 100% with you on that. That's what he's talking about.
In my opinion, I'm not saying I'm right, you're wrong type of deal. This is how I take it. Like, I think that he's kind of flipping it like a wizard, like Saruman. He got a real nice silver tongue delivery, but effectively what he's saying is it's our law, our Dionysian law, Promethean law, the light. That's the law of the cities, the scarcity in the cities where we can control you.
Light. Yeah, dude.
So, and then the natural law, he's flipping it. Then natural law or jungle law is natural law, I think, in my opinion. So it's a flip.
I agree, 100%.
It's an inversion. Yeah.
In the chat, TOT says, I love this comment. He says, now human trafficking is the new tarot cards for chicks. I couldn't agree more. EBT and I want to talk more about that. I don't know if you've heard of this, Berserker Bear, but there's that new conspiracy kind of going nuts, is the Cabbage Patch Kids. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, of course.
It's based on that same thing. It's like these people think these postcards show child sex trafficking in the 1900s, and
speaking of those, in conspiracy literature, there were those cards that I also saw in Days of Noah. He used them too. What are those called again?
The Illuminati cards, are you talking about?
I think so. There's like all these playing cards for different conspiracy theories and aspects and stuff.
Yeah, that's called the Illuminati card game from like the 90s. And EBT and I did a show covering every single one of those.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah,
when was that?
Probably still it's probably still up there. I'll put
look
the
for
link
that one
or something.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, man. I appreciate you having me on. Check out my channel, y'all.
Yeah, shout out your channel.
Bushwhacking History in Buffalo. If you like history, but you don't think things add up and you want to get a point of view from outside the bookends, like QLC says, of like mainstream academia and a curriculum from higher education, I take a look at history through the lens of my faith and a different angle, especially here in Buffalo, because we got a rich history, we got rich architecture, and from the Industrial Revolution on, Buffalo is pretty significant. So.
No John Levi stuff, though, right?
As a matter of fact, John Levi is one of the originals that got me into it. But as of late, all I'm saying is he hasn't gotten back to me at all via email. I used to email him, and he did shout me out way back in the day, and I did get a boost in subs from him. So I'm grateful for him for doing that. But lately it seems his motivations are elsewhere. That's all I'll say. But shout out to John Levi. He did get me into this. Interested in this niche of history presentation on YouTube. So that's all I'll say about that. But I appreciate it, Chalk. And yeah, the channel
different.
Yeah, we talked about that and Tartarian Truth and all that stuff. So the channel is Bushwhacking History in Buffalo. And if you like history,
put the link in the chat, and then
thanks a lot, dude.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it. I'm gonna do more panels like this throughout the week coming up. So you're welcome back anytime, of course.
Okay, cool. I appreciate it, man. Be safe out there, all right?
Yeah,
cool.
For sure. Appreciate you, Berserker Bear. Everyone, the links in the chat there for you, and go subscribe. We got to get them up to 10,000. If you got pushed into this stream from the previous stream, make sure you're subscribed to this backup channel, because I want to do more of these types of panels here on this channel. And the link should be pinned if anyone wants to call in and have a chat. It's just at the top. Anybody but that JG. He keeps trying to come in. He's like backstage.
Drew, I also heard you guys bring up a point that reminded me of a theory I have on the elite, basically. And it goes into magic and stuff with the microcosm, macrocosm. And basically, you know that iceberg with the conscious and the unconscious?
Yeah. With the majority of it's unconscious under the water.
Yeah. And my theory is basically, and you can think whatever you want, but it's just my take that the elite, if we're going to view the world and the psyche as sort of one in the macrocosm, microcosm, the elite in the microcosm, being the mind, would be your primal drives, so to speak, your animalistic drives, and that most people are not aware of them. We're driven by them, but we're not, consciously aware of them. They, force most of our actions, and we're mostly driven by them, like sex, lust, greed, like all of these things, and, reproduction, all of those things. And all the things we do, like work, make money, all these things are basically driven by our animalistic needs. Not saying they're necessarily bad per se, but it's just something we have to be more aware of if we want to have better control of our lives, basically. And that is what a lot of magic goes into, just knowing thyself. And yeah, that is what I think also. For example, Freemasonry is a lot about like in their system, it's a big part of taming one's own passion, so to speak, and not being controlled by one's passion. I'm not trying to promote Freemasonry, but just saying that's how, they do their thing. In that, I think elitism is a lot about, working with, these things. And also, like the Dark Masons, who, try to control the world, they play on people's primal desires and primal needs, and try to, use them to their advantage and control people. But I don't know, maybe I just sound like a crazy conspiracy not saying that, but I don't know, man.
No, I feel you. That's what a lot of it's about, right? Is like suppressing those urges and being in control of yourself more.
Yeah, I think. Oh, we got Benton.
Benton's in here. Appreciate you truly bursting through down.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, Benton? What's up with your boy JG? Scared to fight?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with that. That's a hard one to call. Can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah. I hear you covering for JG.
Am I?
No, I'm just talking shit.
I don't understand the whole violence thing. I guess I'm a little that's the part that I don't quite understand. The threats of violence.
Yeah, I don't get it either. So I offered to box him up, and he doesn't want to do it.
I mean,
so
I could
live stream it. It'd be a great stream.
Yeah, it would be entertaining, but I can see the not wanting to have an actual match. But then, he was actually talking about violence, some even not associated with you. So I think maybe that's just on his mind. Doing violence, maybe.
Violent person, maybe.
I don't know.
We'll see. What everyone that's Ben the channel is what? Benton JA? Is that all it's called?
Yeah, it's at Benton JA 668, I think, because they have these usernames or whatever. So
yeah, so at Benton JA 668.
Oh, I think so. It's gotten harder to find people on YouTube. I'm noticing. It used to be a little easier, but I think you could also probably just search for Benton JA channel and it should come up.
Yeah. Now you made Kim Before the Storm rage quit on your stream.
He did indeed rage quit. Yeah, he raised some good points though last night on Truther Cop's live stream. I thought.
I just saw the beginning. I was calling in, but I didn't see the end of it.
Okay. What's up, Pick, by the way?
Hey, what's up? I don't think we've ever talked to each other.
No, I remember you from the Discord, the old days of the Discord, but no, it's the first time chatting in person, if that counts for in person.
Yeah, also no hard feelings if I've ever said anything. We all do banter about each other and shit, so, but it's no hard feelings at the end of the day. We're just crazy
I'm all good, man. No worries. Appreciate that, though.
Yeah.
Pick styling it back. I don't know what he said, but what do you got any insights on the New World Order? Ben?
No, you guys have kind of broken me a lot of that. I don't even really follow the news obsessively like I used to. So yeah, man, I'm kind of out of the loop. What's been going on? I know like my dad's always talking about the Ukraine and all this, and I'm like, man, that's just a TV show as far as I'm concerned. But
yeah, I agree with you. So you said your dad now is basically a baby truther.
Oh yeah, full on, man. He's 67 years old. Just grew up in Arkansas, like normie as fuck, and like now he's talking about the universe and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
He put your link in the chat. You got to click the
Oh, thanks.
live stream. You got to click the live stream. Somebody said you have no videos.
No, I did. Yeah, I used to, and then I got
Did you delete
paranoid. Got paranoid, and a bunch of them got privated. But yeah, it's just been live streams here lately.
live streaming 18 hours a day, and he's got no videos on his channel.
Yeah, that's a little out of balance for sure. But I do most of that live streaming. I am working and driving, so it's not just me sitting around doing nothing, talking to the internet.
And you streamed so long, you brought In a Yurt with Books out of retirement.
That's true. I will. I'm glad to have played at least some part in that. Although Kim Before the Storm, if he had not hung out with me for so long that day, I don't think it would have happened. So, credit where credit's due, sir.
Yeah, it's good to see Yurt back, and now his new channel is called, what is it? In a Thought Experiment.
Yes, and 10 went over there and beat him at chess last night.
I'm terrible at chess.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of 10, here he is. Let's go. You guys gonna box it out?
What?
Box it out, man. You guys.
Pay-per-view event.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you cut weight and meet him at 130 pounds?
Fuck, man.
Dude, I don't think I could fight anybody I don't think I could, man. I was in Walmart thinking about buying some dumbbells because I need to try to hang on to some muscle mass. I could barely curl 25 pounds, man. It was kind of sad. I was feeling bad about myself for about 5 minutes there. I used to be somewhat strong.
Maybe you guys could have like a WWE promo together or something.
What were you saying? You wanted to fight or something? What?
No, I don't want to fight. Good Lord. Absolutely not.
I thought that was going to be like the.
How about a WWE match? We'll get some tables. We'll do a shoot.
Yeah.
A work shoot.
Can't wait for the New World Order gulag so I can run a fight club in there. That'd be cool.
We're in it.
Me and JG can be bunkered up. So
this is the New World Order Fight Club right here. Just panels on YouTube.
That's right.
They want to get us on this thing all day. It's working.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you doing these earlier in the day, Drew. That's pretty cool, man.
I'm coming after your time slot.
Hey, please do. Yeah, absolutely.
Ben is on when I'm going into work at like 2:45 in the morning. So
yeah,
I don't know if you want that time slot,
man. That's a good point. That's right.
Graveyard shift.
But I enjoy that part of the day. There's no one around. There's no traffic. It's nice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's great.
Now, how do we play chess on here, man?
Oh shit! Yeah, there is a good chess site thing that you can easily connect to. I don't know, but I'll try to find it.
I use chess.org because it's like super user friendly. You don't have to sign up for anything. You can literally just fucking start a game, like right there on the page. There's no leaving the page.
Chess.org.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not going to play chess on the stream because I don't even know. Like, I know how the pieces move, but I don't know any of the strategy of it.
You know, my like sort of speed run to try to teach someone how to play is get your pieces mobile. You know, that's like huge, especially if you're playing white. Get them mobile. A lot of things with beginners play, they always have their pieces not developed. That's like the one thing that'll help you learn faster is get them in play.
Are you a ranked player, Tim?
I used to play a lot. I used to go to tournaments and stuff, you know, with the clocks and stuff, time matches.
Yeah, I never had no.
Yeah. I went to one where this guy, he literally looked like I don't know if you're familiar with Punch Out, Bald Bull. Remember Bald Bull? This guy I think he was like Ethiopian or something, but he had this thing about just like staring me down in between moves. And it was a little unnerving having this guy. I mean, he looked like death, man. I mean, it was bad. I ended up still beating him.
Just trying to intimidate you.
Yeah.
What was that cheating in chess scandal? Do you know about that?
The butt plug?
Somebody put a
butt
Morse code butt plug in their body.
Yeah, they say the dude was wearing like a vibrating butt plug or something, and then somebody would like send frequencies to his ass, and it was like Morse code or something, so he'd know what
Yeah.
piece to move
Yeah,
where.
I heard that story.
It was like Braille for his ass or something.
So like, well, this kind of lesser scandal would be that like people are they're not really interested in chess anymore because at least on the main stage or whatever they call it, because a lot of it is just memorizing. These guys are getting so good that they've literally memorizing games, like moves, like, I don't know, 30 moves out. You know, these guys have that already mapped out. And people are just kind of like, it's just all about memorizing at this point. But there's no strategy anymore. But.
Yeah, what a weird. Hold on, how do I share my screen on here? I want to show that. Yeah, I don't hate this. I don't hate the StreamYard. It's pretty cool actually, but I don't know it that well yet. Here it is. Chess cheating scandal. Chess sex toy cheating scandal explained. Number 1, Magnus Carlsen in wild sports controversy. So yeah, they say he was like, what's the deal? He's wearing a butt plug or something? Do you think this is just to get people more into chess? Is that kind of what you were saying, Tim?
It was his opponent.
Yeah, I mean, because people they're not interested in it. I mean, it's just kind of dying out. Really.
I do see I see a lot of chess on my main feed. Do you guys ever get that on your feed on YouTube? It's like these hot chess chick players.
Oh, yeah, the algorithm is fucking with.
Yeah, you talking about those two Latin.
There's like there's a few different ones I've seen where it's like young, pretty women, then they go to like parks and play people and stuff and put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Guys, I gotta drop out. It was really nice talking, but I'll drop my Instagram if anyone wants to see my art or commission me or request whatever. So, but yeah, it was really nice talking. And
Instagram?
Yeah, I linked it in the private chat.
Oh, you got it? Okay, I'll share it.
Yeah, nice. But yeah, real nice talking to you and fun hearing all the insights. And you all take care.
I'll be doing this more later, so you're welcome back. That's Link. Yeah. That's Pick's Link, and he'll do commissions for you. He's really good at the art.
Yeah. All right. Peace out, guys.
Peace. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
D4 because this is his main move. D4, knight f6, c4. Yeah, definitely. And what? No.
What happened? What?
No.
I don't get it. What's happening?
I'm not sure.
What happened? That's it?
The guy just resigned on the second move or something.
We're gonna try and get an update on this.
Oh, that's Magnus.
Magnus Carlsen just resigned, got up and left, switched off his camera, and that's all we know right now.
Yeah, I could see this just trying to add some drama to the chess world and get people to like. Maybe there's a concerted effort behind like the world organization, like the governing body of chess, between this and all the women chess players you see on that I'm seeing on like the YouTube homepage. I've never clicked one, I don't think, and it just constantly is feeding me these.
Well, they had that Netflix show, Queen's Gambit, also. That was being promoted back during when the lockdowns were going real strong.
Yeah, with that weird looking lady with her eyes, like she looks kind of like a fish. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I never watched it, but I could see it being promoted pretty heavy. I mean, no woman's actually ever really done anything in chess. That Judith Polgar or whatever is pretty much about it.
I don't get where here it is. A Reddit post suggested Nyman could have used a sex toy to cheat. So it's all just a rumor. Like I thought it was like substantiated. Of course, Reddit is talking about butt plugs in a chess player's ass.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Must be a slow news week.
Must be. a week ago, this is still like a top story.
That's been going for a long time, though. I first heard about that like months ago.
Yeah, me too. And it's still going on. It must get a lot of clicks that they keep going back to it.
Yeah, something's fishy. Does anybody really care? I don't think anybody really cares.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
See, when you say he's cheating, no one's gonna click on it. But when you say he's cheating with a sex toy and butt plug, people are gonna click.
Yeah, people are just salivating at the bit to hear about anything perverted and shoved up their ass.
They just want some salacious thing to talk about at work. Like, oh, did you hear about the chess guy with the butt plug? Is that why he makes this face, though? Is that the face he's making? Is that the face of the butt plug wearer?
That's not but that's not Magnus Carlsen. That's the other guy.
I thought the other guy was the one accused of having it up his ass because he's trying to.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
the other guy quit because he thought this guy had one up his ass or something. I don't know. Dlugi was suspended after being suspected of cheating. I don't know. It's too much to make sense of it all. I don't know where they're going with that.
Well, when Bobby Fischer played Boris Spassky for the World Championship, there was a lot of Fischer was really paranoid about the possibilities of being cheated. As far as what'll happen is they'll have these grandmasters like observing all the moves and trying to do all this analysis like behind the scenes, and then possibly trying to feed information to the player.
Yeah, I'm familiar with those games because I used to study all the wins and losses. Spassky was a really good player.
Yeah, that stuff's fascinating to me. I'm not that much into chess as far as playing it myself, but I love going over the history of all that. It's really all those old games are super interesting. Like this stuff with Magnus Carlsen, to me, it just doesn't seem interesting at all.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're gonna prove. I'm gonna prove right now that Tartaria is real. You ready?
Ready.
I'm gonna prove it. This is what we need to cover this more, like conspiracies of TikTok, truthers of TikTok.
Oh God.
So cringe.
What is it? All I see is a web page.
Is it playing?
Yeah, is it not?
Oh, you're
my
on
bad. My bad.
Yeah, there we go.
My bad. Let me go back because you got to see her face. She's like, oh my God.
Of Tartaria. Excuse me while I cry. Then I'm going to show you. I have 7 out of 18 and the full set sells for about $1,000. They are encyclopedias from the 1900s. Tonight I was reading the history of the United States and Canada. And when I got to the end, I found this general index. And being the
Can
curious
this be any longer, lady? Come on.
person that I am, had to go and see if I could find Tartaria. I got really excited when I started to see things like Chinese and Hungary and Russia and Siberia, because that's where Tartaria was located. And then I realized that this is a general index for the entire collection, and I don't have all of these books. The page number in this book starts in the 6000s. So I started frantically searching to see if I had any books with any of the pages.
Oh my God, lady. Could you draw this out any longer?
Frantically.
God. So it talks about Tartaria in a book, so that proves it was a worldwide civilization, or what?
How many views on that video?
Let's see. It's 20,000 almost in 3 weeks. Have you heard of that Cabbage Patch Kids, Benton?
You mean just the common meaning of Cabbage Patch Kid?
No, there's like a conspiracy about it now. Have you heard of this? I got to bring this up, man.
No, but I love conspiracies, so let's go.
Okay, this one's ridiculous.
Yes, it's basically they were sort of like producing children from like these incubators to feed these basically abandoned cities.
Recordings
to start over or whatever to reset the city.
Yeah, like cloned babies to fuel a reset is basically the gist of the theory.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Here's the proof of it. The proof of it is this guy has all these different postcards that just show like babies in a cabbage patch and stuff. That's the proof. So these truthers just instantly jump to, okay, well, this must be proof of a reset in clones. Can you see it?
Yeah, but that doesn't look like Cabbage Patch Kids to me.
Well, this is more. Let me go to the original one. This is like his third or fourth video on it. So now he's kind of stretching it out. Where's his original one? Here it is. It's basically just, it's not based on, it's like this right here.
Oh, okay, I see.
There's imagery like this they find from like the early 1900s, late 1800s. So somehow the elites have to tell you, and they're telling you that they just somehow biologically grew cloned babies to populate empty cities and do continue their reset. And then, okay, Benton, this one, 151,000 views in 2 months.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
200,000 subscribers for this guy's peddling this shit right here.
Well, but how do we even know those are really pictures from back then? I mean, I'm willing to believe that they are, but how do we even know that?
Yeah, I guess you don't, but there's books and stuff that talk about it, but where's the leap in logic that comes from somehow these pictures, these like early composite images somehow prove babies were cloned? And when you get into the comments of these video here, you go read the comments. They're like, yeah, my great grandfather said he was manufactured in a lab, and we all thought he was crazy because he didn't have any parents. And well, he was probably telling the truth. He said he was raised in a factory, and we said, Grandpa, don't you mean an orphanage? And he said, no, it was a factory. So that goes by what we were talking about earlier, how these women love and can't get enough of thinking about like trafficked children and stuff like that. I think that ties into this. A lot of these people will in the comments say these images are proof of somehow they're proof of child sex trafficking.
Well, I mean, and speaking for myself, now that I'm doing all this hours and hours of live streaming here lately, and that combined with how much I work, like I don't have the energy for this stuff like I used to. I mean, I really don't. Like, I don't even really have enough I don't have the energy to argue with 10 right now. It's just like, I mean, seriously, it's like, how much of this just people with nothing else to do? Like, they have no outlet for, there's something wrong with them and they're not fucking dealing with it, and there's no outlet for whatever energies, I think you know what I'm trying to say. Like, they're not busting their ass working in the fucking the fields all day like in the olden days. So, I think our bodies are used to kind of wearing ourselves out, and now it's like we're just sitting around doing nothing for the most part. So of course we're veering off into this kind of stuff.
Yeah, Seasoned Salt in the chat says it's just interesting to dig into. I don't think it is. There's nothing to it. What is there to dig into? To look at these pictures over and over and over?
The pictures are interesting to look at, but beyond that, I don't personally see anything beyond that.
I don't understand the leap in the logic to the all of a sudden now that's proof. You haven't even proved clones today, and now all of a sudden these are somehow proof of clones in the 1800s. And how do you repopulate a city with children? There's no adults.
But that guy, was that somebody he knew, that guy with the phone, filming himself, or is he like going out and hitting on chicks or something? Is this like a way to hit on girls now, or what? I don't know. I'm out of the loop.
Wait, what are you talking about? The guy with the phone? In
that video, you were scrolling through it. He was like in a store, and you could tell
that was an ad, I think.
Oh, okay. See, now I'm yeah, okay. I got you.
I would say too, back then, like I would assume more people thought of themselves as like children of God. Maybe this is some imagery about being the children of God or something. I mean, who knows? And I just don't understand the fascination with this, that it's able to get 150,000 views. And I read about it in comments of other like conspiracy videos I go into. They'll be like, "Oh, well, you don't know about the Cabbage Patch Babies, mind unveiled." Like, it's like an archaics type thing. You just say anything, and as long as people want to believe it, it's gonna go viral. I think this is more to the baby truth, or maybe your dad will be talking about this one soon.
Yeah, probably. Although he's more into like the financial system and stuff like that. But it is kind of funny that and when I talked about some of the narcissism and like to a lot of these narcissists, like everything that happens is like in relation to them. Like that's where he seems to get pulled into it. It's like, oh, one day he announced to me that he's a Sigma male. And I was like, I try to be gentle because it's my dad, but I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Come on.
Yeah, that's the same with these errands. It's like
that's the same type of thing. It's like a zodiac sign type thing. Like you just say some really vague stuff that could apply to a lot of people, and then they're like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, and I like astrology, but again, it's like in its proper place. Like, not fucking gonna take over my whole life. So yeah, I can look at a video of some interesting images, but like, how am I gonna take that further and make that part? And I think a lot of this comes down to people this becomes part of their identity. Like my dad talking about the universe and saying he's a Sigma male. Well, now I think these people are identifying for whatever reason. Like with archaics, they're identifying with, as their self-image and their identity has a lot to do with being a member of that community. And then same thing with this fucking Cabbage Patch stuff. Like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you question it, they attack you because they identify with it. They know this secret knowledge that no one else knows, and that makes them special. So you're not allowed to attack it.
Yeah, and that's been going on since forever.
Yeah,
it being that's basically the premise of Gnostics.
So do you think that this type of let's take this Cabbage Patch in particular, do you think this is like think tank type government thing behind it, or do you think people, just regular creators, could be savvy enough to know that people would eat this up?
I don't know, man. That's just not my. If I'm good at anything, that's not what I'm good at. So I would need y'all to figure that out.
I mean, it could just be these people are schizo that kind of put this out, or have schizophrenic tendencies, and then since everyone else on the internet looking at this stuff is schizo, they're just drawn to it. It could be like organically blowing up like this.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think this shows just how disconnected from reality some people, if they're that far, I'd say somebody would have to be pretty far removed from actual reality to start, if they truly believe in this,
Oh yeah, go in the comments. The comments are unreal, dude.
I think cinema might have something to do with it too. Culture of movies and science fiction. I don't know.
Yeah, totally.
It makes it easier for them to kind of venture off into this as some actual reality thing. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, Bowler Bears in the chat says it's not organically pushed. It's like pushed into your feed.
I must be living right because I don't ever get this stuff anymore.
You don't get these ones?
No. And I had my YouTube history was turned off for a long time. And the algorithm doesn't really work the same if you don't have your history on.
Yeah.
Now I do.
If I'm not signed in, you should see a non-algorithm YouTube. It's pretty bad. This was just like Mr. Beast and like all the big ones.
Yeah, Mr. Beast, Sniper Wolf.
It's just like all the big guys just all on the front.
Whenever I log, like if I go in through a private tab, it's always, it's Mr. Beast, Sniper Wolf, and there's always like a Wide World of Sports, like one of the, or a gymnastics woman or something, where the whole video, the emphasis of the video is they look at the woman's ass, but it's like an athlete, like a volleyball person or something. It's always on the front page if I'm not like logged in.
Huh.
Ben's looking for that one now.
Oh, I love the Olympics, man. That's all that stuff badass.
No, yeah, it's all like these like elite sprinters or gym, but the whole video is just like a shot of their ass, and that's the thumbnail. That's always
I've seen those actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always on like the front when I'm not signed in.
Those are called the Men of Culture videos.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So lame. Like you could go look at any kind of porn, and why would you? Is that just the people that they think that that's different than porn or something? To look at to Google some.
Sure, that's how boomers navigate.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Without a sign in.
Yeah, boomers. I think boomers are to blame for a lot of this. It's these people getting into this information way too late. Way too late in life, and they're not able to. They don't know how to like process new information.
Yeah, no discernment.
After spending 20 years on the couch watching Survivor, now they don't know how to tell. To them, I think just anything that comes through the screen has to be real.
Oh, the boomers, yeah, it's all absolutely 100% at face value with videos, 100%.
Yeah, no nuance or anything to them. They're just like, see it like this Cabbage Patch video.
Yep.
I would love to see the analytics of it, like the average age of the people that watch this and share it and stuff like that.
Well, and I think this is why it's important to try to keep in touch with some of the younger generation, because the younger generations, since they grew up with the internet, a lot of them, they just factor in that there's a high chance it's just fucking bullshit as far as just any video.
Right.
To them, it's just, of course it might be fake. And they seem to be way more sophisticated of just like, well, that bullshit's fake. So, not that I have any friends at all of any age, but, when I do get to interact with a younger person, I'm kind of trying to, take what, observe them to see like how they're interfacing with the stuff. And I can kind of see, well, maybe I need to be a little more skeptical that way. But then the boomers, man, they think they've got it all figured out. Like they're not going to listen to me just because I'm younger,
Yeah, that's true. They do think their worldview is the end all be all of all worldviews. Yeah, not all boomers. There's some boomers in the chat here, but
of course,
average.
Oh yeah, if you're here, you're way ahead of what we're talking about. But I'm overly generalizing, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
Is this example of the proof where it just says repopulation on it?
Yeah, it's just literally drawings. Some are composite images and some are just drawings, literally.
But some of this, I wonder, like, they lived their life and they really didn't have, they weren't at their house watching TV. And if they were, like, it wasn't that novel. And like my whole life, I was going to libraries and I would spend hours at a time just like looking at pictures in books, right? So I wonder how much of this is just they've really never been exposed to this sort of thing at all. Like I just wonder if their brains can't really process the imagery.
It looks like Tartarian Banksy, bro.
It does, yeah. It's
it kind of has that weird cut out look to it.
Yeah,
it is visually interesting. I mean, I'll give it that. But
it's like that psychedelic stuff, or not psychedelic, surreal.
There you go. Yeah, it does have. It definitely has a surrealistic element. I would agree. Yeah.
I'm trying to find the one. There's one where some of the kids have like red on their face and like the front of their like gowns or something. And they're like, "Look, this must be blood." And it's just like a little paint of pink on it or something like that. I wish I could find it. Yeah, this one right here. they're like, look at, she's got blood on her face, and there's blood on these dress. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Looks like they ate a watermelon or something, if anything.
I think it's got to be doing something to their subconscious. There's got to be some.
They're constantly thinking about kids getting hurt in traffic or like stuff like that. That's what it's based on, I think.
Yeah, man, something's going on. I can't put my finger on it, but something's happening with this imagery.
Pretty sick stuff, man. All right, man. Anyone else gonna call in?
I think Tiote or in the chat when he wanted to come in. I told him the link was pinned.
I'd like to hear what he said about this because that's what he's talking about.
He said in the chat about Andrew. He said Andrew Tate is that Sophia AI bot. That's pretty good.
We got Prolapse Kid in the house. What's up, man?
It's Prolapse over here. How's it going, boys?
What's up, man?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, sock?
They call me Prolapse.
Pink sock is in the house.
Thanks.
Oh, there we go. Hey, I wanted to talk about you guys talking about Cabbage Patch Kids. I had a theory about Disney movies I might want to run by you.
Uh-oh.
So you know, like the old mythology, like the sun dies every day and then there's a battle at night. You know, that kind of story.
Yeah.
I think they try to program children through Disney, right? So you have one parent who goes to work every day, right? And they metaphorically die. So that's like what Bambi is, Simba, and you have like the evil stepmother. She's like a nanny. So they knew the wage slave was coming. And so they try to program these kids at young age to think like, oh, your parents are dying. But they're really going to work and then they come back to life every day at like 5, 6, 7 o'clock. So I think they were trying to, and then phase in. You look at Disney movies now, like in Elsa, both her parents die, right? I think that's to symbolize like the death of both parents and the complete enslavement of wage slavery where both your parents go to work. And so I was just thinking about that. You guys were talking about Cabbage Patch Kids. I think all the propaganda is kind of like embedded with deep stuff for the kids. What are your thoughts on that, Chuck?
On the kids, the Disney movies?
Yeah, like the fact that they always kill a parent, right? Like
yeah, it's definitely a way to kind of like traumatize them right at the beginning of the movie and get them trauma hooked into there.
Exactly.
But you could be onto that because everything's so multifaceted. That could be a part of it.
I love it. And that as far as the Cabbage Patch Kids go, I think they are like doing that CRISPR genetically engineering shit. I think that stuff's not too far off. I think those people are the super soldiers in Ukraine. You saw that news article?
No, pull it up.
It's about these super soldiers who are killing Ukrainians. Right? These are this Cabbage Patch Kids.
Russian super soldiers or something?
American, Ukrainian.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Russians are saying that these super soldiers are killing their soldiers. So I think they're the Cabbage Patch Kids grown up, right? You got Chernobyl right there. You got an explanation of maybe radiation. So you got some strange things going on there as well. And you also have those biological labs they had in Ukraine. I don't know. They try to blame that on chemical warfare, but it could have been their super soldier labs where I think they'd splice, like, my personal belief is John F. Kennedy's DNA. Maybe they get Abraham Lincoln's blood from the chair. They recreate him. Definitely Reagan's a super soldier. I think they got American super soldiers now. New guys.
Why?
Hey, Tinfoil, you're a piece of shit too, man. Tinfoil, you don't know how to think, all right? You don't know how to process psychology. You're retarded, man, all right? You'll kill yourself.
I'm not
You're
retarded.
a Christian punk loser.
I'm not retarded. I'm not. What are you talking about? Why are you calling me all that shit?
You're corny. You're corny. You're
I'm not
corny.
corny.
You're corny. You're corny.
That dude is a mental case, bro.
He doesn't like me.
I think he thought you were tinfoil or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he was talking to me, man.
Oh,
he's nuts, dude.
You're a good guy, Tim.
I love it. I love it. He's got a lot of energy. He just needs to channel it somewhere better.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd drop by. You guys are talking kid shows. I think Disney movies are just trying to program you to accept that your parents die every day when they go to work. They literally die because they hate it. And then they're always pissed when they come back. They're brought back from the dead.
And they come home and they beat you up. And they get home.
All right, but anything else you got on the dock, or were you closing up the show? I noticed you were.
Yeah, I'll probably shut it down. I need some more coffee. It's noon in my time, so.
God bless. Well, thanks for letting me rattle that little ditty
I'll
off.
be doing these more during the day, so stop back anytime.
Okay. Hey, be careful when you let your kids watch Disney. They're gonna think you're gonna die later. I
think you're dead. All right, peace out.
Take it easy. God bless.
Appreciate everyone's time and peace out.
Yeah.